Hi, welcome to another episode of Ohio Farm Bureau Live. Today I'm talking with Nathan Brown, Highland County farmer and Ohio Farm Bureau Federation state trustee. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Ivory Harlow. I'm the organization director for the Ohio Farm Bureau, Hocking, Pickaway, Fairfield, and Ross counties. Today we are talking with Nathan Brown. He is a Highland County farmer and a state trustee for the Ohio Farm Bureau Federation. We're discussing the Got Your Back campaign, which is a campaign by the Ohio Department of Agriculture concerning farmers and mental health. How do we support farmers through tough times? The Got Your Back campaign kicked off a couple of months ago. It is a resource for farmers and mental health, and we're talking about how to support farmers through tough times and also how to address mental health issues in rural communities.
The Ohio Department of Agriculture, Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, and the Ohio Farm Bureau and various other partners have brought the conversation about farmers' mental health to the forefront. I feel like we're hearing more and more about it now than ever before. Why do you think it's something we're just starting to talk about now?
Well, we've had some difficult times here in agriculture in the last year, 2 years, 3 years. Commodity prices have been on a steady decline. We kind of peaked there in 2012, and then our incomes have decreased ever since that time. And then, dealing with everyday stresses and our weather patterns are shifting, and there's just so many things. The cost of operating a farm today is 2, 3, 4, 5 times what it was even just a few years ago, and so mental health is something that has never really been something that anybody wants to talk about, but almost everybody has struggled with something somewhere, somehow, and we need to, as an industry, we need to stick together, and I think that's where you're starting to see that conversation brought out a lot more.
I agree. My husband and I are both military veterans, and I feel like it was the same kind of thing 10 years ago in the military. No one wanted to have those conversations, and really starting to bring out the resources, I guess, and provide those, and made it more okay almost for people to know, hey, we're all in the same boat. But it really took kind of the group to work. Have you seen a specific group of farmers that are struggling more than others? I'm thinking as far as age, you mentioned a little bit on capitalizing on a farm as a young and beginning farmer is particularly stressful, but are you seeing that in different ages, or is everyone sort of in the same boat?
No, mental health it affects us all clear across, from young guys, old guys, and there's different sectors of the industry right now that are stressed more than others. Mm-hmm. Dairy, which is not something that's very big in our part of the state, but I know, that's something that those guys in that industry have really been struggling, and they've been hit probably the hardest, the longest. But now, we're starting to see in commodities, in grain, corn, soybean production, and then you roll into, our livestock sector. Our livestock sector had quite a few blows to it, in the past couple of years, and we're dealing with a trade war right now, and there's so much uncertainty, and I think that's more than anything, that's what's causing so much stress, because there's no way to plan.
Yeah.
The farmers, we like to plan. We sit down at the beginning of the year, we what varieties we're going to plant, what field's going to be this, what's going to be that, what's our chemical program, how we're going to market, and right now, all that's up in the air, because we don't know, if I raise soybeans, am I going to have a market for that? Or, is the price of that commodity even going to be above my break even? And that's really starting to take an effect. So hopefully we can get some of that resolved. And I think, in the long run, it's good for us, but trying to get through this initial hump, with decrease prices is just something. Yeah, I mean, farmers, we are the strong, silent type. We work alone a lot of hours. Even even if we are during harvest time, there's usually 5 to 6, 7 of us working at one point in time, but we're all in our own little cells. I mean, I'm sitting in the combine, and the next guy sitting in the tractor running the grain cart, and the next guy sitting in the semi, and we have a little bit of communication, but there's still so much time that you're by yourself. And then so many operations may only be one person full time, and so then there's other parts of the year that they may not see anybody, and getting out and talking about it and being willing to share your experiences and what you're going through is something that, I mean, we've got to break through this stigma. I mean, and it's not just in agriculture, it's in this country, it's in our rural communities, it's in our urban. Past that stigma, I think, and with social media and stuff we have today, there's more people out there sharing those stories.
Yeah.
And I think that's really starting to bring light to the subject of it, of mental health. But we still, in our rural communities, we've got to get past this. Now, whether you start a community group where you get together, as a group and peer-to-peer and talk, or something, but we've got to get past the stigma, and that's what this Got Your Back campaign's trying to do. Let's get out, let's talk about it. Know that if you're suffering, bud, I've got your back.